Hey folks, Coach Jeff from Team PRS Fit. Yesterday, just like hundreds of other athletes who are doing Ironman North Carolina, I received an email from Ironman offering me the opportunity to switch my Ironman North Carolina entry to another Ironman race that it's open at the time. They did this because they were expressing a concern for us as athletes who might have exception or might be taking exception to the new legislation that was passed in North Carolina. Now, whether it's political or not, some people are saying it's political and Ironman shouldn't be involved in politics. I think it was a great gesture. Personally, I think it was a great gesture. Ironman reached out and said, if you have a moral issue with the state of North Carolina and you don't want to participate in this race to support that moral issue, then we're going to give you an opportunity to go race somewhere else. Thank you, Ironman. I think that was a great offer on your part. I think it was a great gesture on your part. I started looking into this law when I got the email yesterday because I really wasn't familiar with all the verbiage and the law and what exactly it was saying. You know, that tucked inside this law is language that strips North Carolina workers of the ability to sue under a state anti-discrimination law. Now, that's a right that's been held up in courts since 1985. Now, people in North Carolina who are fired because of race, gender, sexual preference, or religion have no basic remedy in the state itself to fight that. They have to escalate that to the federal level, which can be timely and it can be expensive. But it lifts the burden from the state to have to deal with the expense at the state level, and that's really what this law is all about. To me, this law is more about the violation of human rights than it is just about transgenders and anyone and what kind of public restroom they have to use. They really are hiding behind that legislation as they slipped all this other legislation in the door. I'm offended by the legislation. I'm offended by the people who it offends. I work very closely with people from all walks of life, sexual preference, race, religion. I love and I feel honored and privileged to work with these people on a daily basis, both in my coaching business and here at our store in Portland. It bothers me. But what would bother me more is not going to Ironman North Carolina and doing that race. I spent a long time thinking about that. Not going there runs from the problem. It doesn't address the problem. I think as athletes, we need to go to Ironman North Carolina and show a unified front to stand up against this legislation, to show, wear a sign, put something on our arms, talk about it while we're there, talk about it to our friends in our preparation for getting there, and fight this legislation in our way. I think if we walk out, take an easy way out, go to another race, what happens is we turn our back on this injustice and nothing gets done about it. Whether anything will get done about it or not, I don't know. But I know for me, being there says that I'm standing up to this injustice. It doesn't mean I'm accepting this injustice. It means I'm standing up to it. And I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to talk about it on the journey. And I hope other Ironman athletes who are going to North Carolina will do that as well. Look, Wilmington is a great town. Wilmington is a very diverse community. I'm not going to be part of taking away a great event or diminishing a great event in a great community like Wilmington. I want to be a part of this, but I want to talk about it along the way. I want to support my gay friends. I want to support people of other religions, people of other races, and show them that as a coach, as a business owner, as an Ironman, I'm going to help stand up for your rights in the state of North Carolina and anywhere else that we might find injustices and violations of human rights. That's my decision. I'm sure this is going to get a lot of controversy. I'm sure people are going to yell and scream at me. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of arguments. But the bottom line is, I don't like the law. I think it's unjust. I don't like what they're doing. But I can't walk away from it. I need to go down there and say, I'm here as an athlete, but while I'm here as an athlete, I'm also saying to you, what you're doing is not right. We must make a stand against these kind of injustices in our country. Let's face it, it's just not right. So join me. If you want to argue, you're going to jump on my page. You're going to complain about this video. I'm sure I'm going to hear all the political repercussions. I'm sure I'm going to get attacked on a lot of different levels. That's okay, because you're helping me bring this topic to the forefront, a topic that needs to be addressed, a legislation that needs to be overturned and remedied. Thanks for listening. As always, be healthy, train smart, have fun.